All right, guys, welcome to the trading recap of today, 14th of August. We had some news today. We had some PPI going on, and I think this big wick going down actually. Yeah, into this for our fair value gap. Um, yeah, so we had liquidity all around here, all of this, and this fair value gap right here on the 4 hour on Nasdaq and on the S&P 500. On Nasdaq, we even swept out equilibrium. I'm going to enable my drawings so you can get a better look. So what do we have here? We have those lows down here, which we did not care about, so we can remove them. Um, so yeah, there's pretty much going a lot of stuff is going on right here. So okay, think this is good now. So we had this big 4 hour fair value gap. On the 1 hour, we also had this fair value gap right here, which we inverse, but it's not a change of order flow because this from the wick here to the wick here, this whole thing is an imbalance. So we do not care that we inversed this one. So coming into the session, PPI or CPI, I forgot. Already swept out London, Asia, New York, and some 4 hour lows on Nasdaq and the S&P. And we also came down into the 4 hour gap and a 1 hour gap. Here it's the other one. Here's the one that's a bit lower. And we also swept this 4 hour equilibrium on Nasdaq, which gave me just a lot of bullish. Just gave me a good bullish bias because we had we we don't have anything lower to sweep rather than like this shit down here, but this would make no sense if we're looking at the oh shit, we actually tapped the daily fair value gap. I did not notice that, but this also just a hella bullish sign. And considering we are daily and on the daily time frame we are bullish, I did not really want to go short just with all of this um let's say bullish pressure on the chart. So yeah, let's go into the 5 minute and go over my trade and what I thought during the session. So I took a trade on ES because you can see Nasdaq just ripped up after the market open. So here I would have gotten a bad risk reward entry, and we did not even get one entry on Nasdaq. So yeah, we faked this gap 2 times. I think we did not tap a 50-minute one. No, we did now actually. I think we continue higher to all-time highs now. But yeah, so this is pretty much what happened on Nasdaq. Push up, small consolidation, and a push up. ES, on the other hand, is a bit more weird, I would say. We just pushed up a bit. We created this super small fair value gap, um, which is my entry point. So we had this 5 minute fair value gap right here. We tapped it on the 1 minute. We did not break structure until this candle. So I entered right here, right here. Stops below here somewhere, and I targeted this London high. So okay, this was my trade approximately. I don't really remember how it was set up, but for this we have to go over to, yeah. So you can see right here I've made $271.81 on this trade. I de-risked a bit just because the price action was not really great. We had this big news event happening, and we did not sweep any lows prior to the move right here. We, for example, we did not sweep the data lows right here after market opens. I know we swept all of the other liquidity I've just talked about, but I wanted to see a sweep of the lows first. But considering we had the 1 hour fair value gap, 4 hour fair value gap, and just all of the bullish momentum, I thought, okay, this is still a good setup. So on the no fuck no 1 second no on the 1 minute, we can see this candle broke 1 minute structure. So I entered on this candle. Actually, I entered right here, and let me shorten this a bit. I took three take profits. As you can see, this trade looks a bit different. So my first take profit was after I got into trade. We had a big push up. About this is about $200 in profit now, up there, and then I shit my pants because we ripped down. But luckily, this was just a retrace into the 5 minute equilibrium right here. You can see. Um, yeah, so I was freaking out for a second because I thought, okay, I'm getting fucked because this whole thing. I mean, you gotta think about the emotions when you're in the trade. You see a candle rip up right after you enter it, and then you see it go down all this way in like 5 seconds. Closes bullish still, making the equilibrium right here. We go down, tap equilibrium, and then continue up. If we go back to the 1 minute, we see price reverse beautifully. Come up, I took out two contracts. I was in this with 6 micros or minis, I don't know. Micros, 6 micros. In the trade, I risked $230, as I've just said, just a bit de-risked, because I the price action in the past few days was really not that great. So yeah, and after that, price just does a whole lot of nothing for a while. We consolidate right here, kind of consolidate. We have some big moves up, big moves down, and it just felt like a while trading this shit. So yeah, pretty much. I We moved up, we moved down, and at this point, I was like, okay, get me out of this shit. I don't really want to continue being in this bullshit ass price action. And by the way, my I after take profit one got hit, I marked out the Fibonacci of I don't know which move it was, but I marked out Fibonacci and put it about here my stop loss. So I was risking nothing. I risked $60, which was the profit I made on TP1. So I was break even, and after we hit my second take, or no, after this candle closure, I moved it up to break even, like zero loss. So I would have made $65, and yeah, I decided to put my final TP, my second TP right here, because I just wanted to get out of the trade, secure my bag, and I sold three of my remaining four contracts right here, and I looked at how much more profit I would have made if it went up all the way to London highs, and I said, okay, $75 more, that's nice. So I waited, and in this moment, Nasdaq already swept the highs, so I was like, okay, not gonna risk anything, just gonna close the trade right here, um, for another $50, I think, and making the total profit of 271. Here are all of the three TPs. So first one, $65, then the $135.75, and another $75.50, for a total profit of 271.81 on the day. Could have easily went up to London highs, without taking partial profits. This would have been $450, so a bit less than what I have right now in profit. But yeah, just taking partial profits is just a safe option in a market condition like this. Yeah, really happy about the trade I took. At first, I did not want to take a trade but my strategy is a high time frame key level that getting hit, which aligns with the daily buys, and I was just kind of scared in the last few days to take a trade, but it worked out nice today. Good trade, and yeah, tomorrow to look at the news short. Forex factory. We have, what do we have? Okay, Friday looks really nice. We have retail sales and customer sentiments, inflation expectation. This will be pretty nice to trade. I don't think I will enter a trade before 4 o'clock or 10 o'clock American time, sorry, AM. Yeah, before 10 a.m. Yeah. See you guys. Bye bye.